When you started doing this show, did you find like it was crazy invasive, the cameras were everywhere, or did you just quickly forget about them being around?
Yeah, no, you do not forget. They're everywhere, and everyone always asks, do you get used to the cameras? And I think you just are always aware of them.
Yeah.
You might get more comfortable, but right off the bat, when I first went on The Bachelor, they'd have to be like, Kaitlyn, you can't look into the camera. I'd be like, like I'd forget where I was. I'd be like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it worked out for you.
It did.
You're with Sean now.
Yes.
Can we give her some love? This is amazing. For love. How has that whole process been now off the show? Because, you know, there's no cameras, but you're probably not being flown to beautiful locations.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Now you're in the day-to-day. So you find it easier now?
Yes. I mean, I'm not dating 25 men, so that's, I mean, that sounds glorious. It's not. It's terrible. So yeah, it was an easy transition. We just appreciate every little thing now. Like even when we got to hold hands in public, we're like, woo!
Yeah.
Just because it was so long that we couldn't do that. And yeah, it was a good transition. Nothing has surprised me. He's not crazy.
Good.
Yeah, we're all good.
What is the hardest part about dating 25 guys? Because there's so many people out there that are like, yeah, it sounds real rough, Kaitlyn.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
I'm not gonna lie, I was very excited to do it, and once I started, I was like, oh, because you're constantly hurting other people's feelings. Yeah. And you're trying to compartmentalize each relationship and be true to that guy, and then you're just being so unfair to everyone else, and it's really challenging.
Yeah, that gets confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing that a lot of people attached to during your season was just you're the sort of person that goes out there and you act and you say what's on your mind and you don't have a filter and you really committed to the process, like many of the men do that are bachelors.
Yeah.
You got a lot of hate, a lot of social media trolls saying terrible things just because you decided that you were going to be intimate with more than one man on the show, which is what all the bachelors do every single season.
Yeah.
Tell me about your experience going through that and like the slut shaming. I think a lot of people saw that and I was really offended by it.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to that?
Yeah, I think just in general, women are treated differently than men, and I'm just so sick of that I chose that decision as a way to stand up for women and to kind of own who I am. And I chose to ignore all the bullying and hate that came with it because there was no going back, there's no changing it, and it got me to where I wanted to be, and I'm happy now, and it just feels like I felt angry at the time, but really what came out of it was I've empowered a lot of women, and I've opened up many more conversations now about it, and to me that's all that matters.
That's worth it, you know? You were unapologetic about it, which I think is a really nice thing for other women to see. Like, you stood in it because you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's amazing. When it comes to this idea of shame, for women, there are so many things that I think we carry around that we shouldn't. When it comes to shame, it could be as simple as, you know, going through a monthly cycle. So I know that you're here because you've got a message for us. Yeah,
I've partnered with UbyKotex, and it's such a great message because I was saying this earlier, my stepmom had said they used to cover the boxes in brown paper because you were made to feel ashamed of that happening as a woman.
Yeah.
And I think periods for so long have been used to, you know, not give excuses, but to say that's why she's behaving a certain way and that's why she has opinions. And I just want to bring more attention to that stigma and say that no, we are women and we can be empowered and have, you know, our thoughts and opinions and emotions, and it doesn't mean that it's that time of the month.
Right.
So we started a hashtag called It's Not My Period, that we can have that conversation. I'm willing to have that conversation with people and know that we can change that thought.
It's pretty interesting, though, that when you are a woman and you stand up and you're willing to stand in your own truth or say something, that people will immediately start looking for excuses as to why you're actually using your voice.
Yeah.
Isn't that strange? And isn't that a weird thing for us to be teaching, you know, young girls as they grow up? It doesn't have to be a certain time of the month for you to have an opinion.
Yeah.
We all have brains, you know?
That's what, I mean, I can even remember being in the 7th grade and guys making that joke, you know, like, oh, are you PMSing? And so even to teach young girls that that's okay, and you can have your own opinions, and it
Right.
doesn't mean that it's that time of the month, or I really stand behind it.
Good for you. Well, we stand behind you. You had a
Thanks.
great season, and I'm happy that things are actually moving forward so well for you and Sean, and you've started this whole new chapter of your life in the States. Things are going well, so
Yeah.
we'll be watching you and following you. And
Thank
thanks
you.
for joining us today,
Thanks
Kaitlyn.
for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, let's give her some love as we